And we're good.
Alright, show me on the next slide. So what I'm going to be producing is, keep on the next slide. My project basically is going to be based on the promotion of my psychological thriller film Induce. During my project, I'm just going to be exploring different promotional tactics and stunts in order to publicise my independent thriller film before it's launched. So in order to do this, I'm going to be producing a 1 to 2 minute title sequence, which is kind of like a trailer, and a 1-to-1 radio interview with the leading actress in my film, and also an online narrative, which will be all on my website for the distribution, or will be all on my website, and like a selection of film posters. This is like a rough outline of what I intend to do. These are some of the props I'll need, for example, like handcuffs, red lipstick. Should I go back to the beginning? I didn't explain what the film's about. So I didn't explain what it's about. My film's actually about a psychotic serial killer uses a seductive and provocative persona to lure, entrap and brutally murder innocent men in order to seek vengeance for her abusive childhood. So it's kind of like she's kind of like showing symptoms of PTSD. That's how it kind of fits within the psychological thriller genre. Yeah. So yeah, back to the things I'll need. Like some of the props I'll need is like the fake blood, which will be on the male actor, which is like the victim in the film. Some Polaroids, cigarettes, all things that have links to like razor blades, stuff that have links and have connotations of negative stuff. Just gonna need to use. And obviously spirit gum, which will be used because on the main actress, she's like known to have a scar on her face.
What's spirit gum?
Spirit gum is just like a liquid an adhesive that you use to stick like SFX things on with. Equipment, tripod, video camera, DSLR camera, studio setup. These are all the things I'm going to need in order to like make the whole package as a whole, like not just the title sequence, like the radio interview and the pictures, the photos like, for the posters. So I did some target audience research where like I looked on the YouGov profiles to get some target audience research to understand like what kind of people I need to be aiming my film at. So I looked at The Black Swan, and I looked at 2 films, but starting with The Black Swan, and I looked at some of the demographics for the people that enjoy this film. So like for example you can see here it says females aged between 25 to 29, and also it tells you like a bit about their professions and like they tend to work within the entertainment industry or media industry. So I looked at that, and they have a monthly spend of £1,000, which could indicate that they're quite wealthy as well. Next slide. I also looked at Donnie Darko, which is like another psychological thriller film, and I found like lots of information on. Well, it was kind of different to what I previously found before, but because it was males. But as in terms of the age group, it was kind of the same. But they're also quite wealthy as well. But their hobbies and interests include different things, which is like pub quizzes and playing Scrabble and stuff like that. So I guess that kind of indicates that they're quite like educated, well educated, and yeah, intellectual. Yeah. I also conducted a spoken survey where I asked random people aged between 18 to 39 questions based on their opinions of psychological thrillers and their opinions of my own thriller film, Induce. That could be found on my website. And from all that research as a whole, I decided that I would be aiming my whole campaign towards an audience of 18 to 39-year-olds because I found that age group tends to be more interested in my film. My distribution company, this is my distribution company logo which I made. That'll be like the ident, which will be like featured at the beginning of my film or opening title sequence. I'll be having a website which all my media and all that stuff that I've produced will be going on. Like, I don't know, do you guys know what a distribution company is, right? Did you guys all know? Yeah, it's like, like a film company that helps to produce films, like they give fundings and stuff like that. Yeah, so I've created my own, and I'm going to be like putting mine on their web page, and also creating a Twitter account to display like my film and saying like, oh yeah, it's coming out, like showing the dates that's going to be coming out. Yeah. Next. I intend to like use. This is the poster layout I intend to use because obviously I want to have obviously put my posters on social media as well, but like as well as that, because it's an independent company, like we don't get that much funding, so I think the only other option on top of like obviously social media, which is free, would be to use bus layouts. So I've decided to like feature my poster on buses. This is like the template of the bus that I want to use because I feel like everyone sees that more than the back of the bus. Yeah. Next. Form regulations. So like I said before, my target audience is for 18 to 39, so that means that my film will be rated 18 because it will include like the following, which these are all like the regulations which are included in like 18 rated films. So like it will have like lots of graphic material and some, like, as I said before, the character's seductive, so some sexual scenes would be in there. So yeah, I'm gonna rate it 18. Next. These are just like, this is like a mood board of like some of the film posters I had an idea to do. Like I want to use double exposure, I'm thinking about. It's like the character, an idea of a character. Yes. And then obviously the victim. This is the kind of shots that I want to produce for my title sequence. Okay, this is a character profile for my female character, which is the main character called Scarlett. Her name's Scarlett. She will be, I've decided to have her ethnicity as Caribbean because I feel like it's easy, like personally I find it easier to find actors within that ethnicity. Also, this just tells you a bit about who she is and as a person, like how she works in a healthcare centre, and how she appears to be solemn and sexy, but she's actually very sadistic and highly dangerous. And just tells you little bits about who she is, and that also, like I said, that she has a scar, which I mentioned earlier on, which is there because of her past ex, who she murdered, called Leo Maxwell. Should we go to the next one? This is the character profile for the male actress, which will be the victim. His name's David. He's 37 and he's an entrepreneur. Some of his hobbies include going to galleries, like viewing photography, and also just going to movies. He's very intelligent in a certain. Some of his weaknesses are that he's cocky and he has womanizing tendencies. He will be. I'm looking for like a strong male that's got like quite a good build. That's what I'm gonna kind of look for. Someone that looks physically able to like handle themselves. But yeah, because I feel like that helps. So yeah, this is the costume design for the main character, Scarlett. Like I said before, she'll be wearing a black dress, red lipstick, and black heels. As you can see, like I've made that just shows you some of the connotations and like just to tell you why I've decided to pick that outfit. Like for example, black is often associated with death, power, and formality, which is kind of some of the things that I want to give off to the audience when they're watching my title sequence or looking at my posters. Should we go to the next one? For the male, which is David, I've decided that he would either be, depending on who it is that's playing this role, he would either be bare, like open-chested with trousers, or a white t-shirt, which symbolises like pureness and innocence, almost in a way. Yeah, so a white t-shirt that would be ripped, like so you can see that he's been in like a little fight or whatever. Yeah. For sound design, I've decided to go with this song by Melanie Martinez called Mad Hatter. I chose this song because I feel like I wanted a song that kind of lyrically fitted that idea of what I'm trying to portray. And I feel like this really fits it. So for my backing track, which will be non-diegetic sound, I will be slowing down this track just to make it sound more like creepier, just to give it like a more creepy, like psychotic like feel. So I'm just going to slow it down a little bit because it's quite upbeat. It's not really upbeat, but it's like a bit higher. The tempo is a bit higher than what I want to use. Yeah. For title credits, I'd like to use something similar to that, like a combination of both almost. Like just to show that I feel like the music mixing both like an erratic text with like quite a formal text kind of like gives off or portrays that idea of my individual being like quite solid and dignified, but also having frantic and dangerous tendencies. So I want to just communicate, through everything I do basically, I just want to communicate who the character is, even through that, the font, even the font. Next. This is like mood and colour palette, so I want my film to be like, follow the style of the film noir. So I'm going to be focusing on monochromatic colours, also like the main colour red, which signifies danger, passion, sex and death. A few of my scenes, my main actress, who is playing Scarlett, will wear red lipstick, and that will be an important prop throughout the whole package. Yeah. That's my production schedule. Sure. Location and settings. So when filming my sequence, two of the main locations I'll be shooting is in a dark living room area and in a bright room with stone brick walls. The living room area will be like representative of the antagonist, Scarlett's house, while the white room will be like representative of her layer of torture. Yeah. Also, for the posters, obviously I'm going to be using I intend to use a black backdrop, so for the main poster, so I'm going to have to use that. And also, because I'm trying to do double exposure effect, I'd have to take pictures whilst filming, like my main character, the male character, David, who's playing David, I'd take photographs of him in distress with the fake blood to use double exposure in order to incorporate both images. So you can kind of get a gist of what the movie is before you read what it's actually about. Yeah. Rationale. The purpose of my title sequence and promotional package is to attract and inform my target audience of Induce before its launch. I think I'll be the best person for this production because in the past I have directed and created my own title sequence, and I also have lots of experience with filming and creating exquisite shots. And also all of my projects in the past have been quite successful, and I'm also extremely focused and ambitious and have immaculate great timekeeping skills, which I believe are required in order to be successful in this production. Yeah. Feasibility. My production is definitely achievable, however I will need to go out of budget in order to purchase like the following props, so handcuffs, fake blood, cigarettes, all of which will be used during my scenes and in my posters. Yeah, that's it. That's my references. Any questions?
So just to clarify, you're more like interested in the promotion side of the film rather than the actual...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So everything I'm doing is in order to promote it. So I'm not really creating a short film, I'm just going to do the title sequence, everything that's in order to promote the film and let everyone be aware of it, yeah. Cool.
And what films have kind of inspired this film?
I'd say I wasn't really inspired by films. There was a particular music video, I can't really remember the name, and that inspired the shots. I think it was a Nicki Minaj video. Only, and like the shots of like the woman being in power. I like the idea of women having control and taking lead for once. Because I feel like there's so many films out there where men are the lead character, the men are the ones that are inflicting. So I feel like I wanted to switch it up a bit. So yeah, I wouldn't say I was inspired by any films. Yeah. Anyone else?
Do you feel like you'll be able to like finish everything in the time period we've got?
Yeah, because I've already started actually some of it, so yeah, I could finish it next month even. Yeah, I could finish it really quickly. Yeah. Anyone else?
Is the goal for your movie to be in like a cinema, or is it like where do you want it to end up?
So it's an independent film, so it'd be better for it to be on Netflix because we don't have that much funding.
Right.
So I think it'd be more successful on Netflix, and we're trying to back as much as possible. And like I found that my target audience, through research that I've done, a lot of my people that are between the age of 18 to 39 tend to watch films on Netflix rather than go to cinema. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Fantastic.